Let's see if I can get this damn thing working. No, Busy, it's the other button. Button 3. Third from the left. Third from the left, bro. Oh, Kyle, can you hear me? There you are. Shit, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I gotta get the video going here. Something's fucked up. I forget how to do it. God damn it. See, y'all, this is why it takes me a while to get started. Okay, test it for me.
Test.
Yes. What was that, Kyle? What are you saying?
I don't know who Kyle is. I'm sure he's a great guy and all, but my name is Cody Mason. I am located in Wichita Falls, Kansas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Cody Mason.
Protection is great.
Good to meet you, Cody Mason. I was wondering if you were going to enter witness protection. Okay, so everybody's wanting to know what happened. You know, you had a shooting in your front yard. There are many theories going on out there, from that it is all make-believe. It was said to own the libtards or something. But you know, tell us what happened. Put everybody's mind a little bit to ease, and we'll like chat, of course. We've got member-only chat. Thank you for joining, whoever joined. We've got member-only chat on because it'll be easier to actually have the chat to take some questions from if we decide to do it. So what happened, man? Just tell us how it went down.
Well, it was about 3:30ish in the morning. I was asleep. I had actually just gotten to sleep, actually. And I woke up because there were some screeching tires. In my haze, I heard a pop, pop, pop. And then right after that, 3 more shots went off. Went downstairs. I was looking outside. My neighbor's light came on, and the neighbor next to me came on. I called the police just to let them know, as did my neighbor. But you know, with it being 3:30 in the morning and nobody saw the car, anything like that, there's not really much they could do. The next morning, got up and there were tire tracks that had ran off the road into my yard and my neighbor's yard. Yeah, that's where we are. I've seen and heard a lot of the talks going on, and I am in no way, shape, or form saying that it was anything to do with related to this case. Quite frankly, I think the people on the other side wouldn't have the balls to do something like this. And number two, if they were after me, they need to hire more competent assassins, I guess, because if your aim is for a house and you can't hit a fucking house,
oh shit,
then it's time to spend a little bit more money on some more capable assassins. But no, I'm fine. If this was a way to intimidate me, and I'm just saying, if I have no way of knowing it has anything to do with the case, or if it's just drunken idiots, you know, driving down the road shooting up in the air, I'm not intimidated. I'm not fazed. It was just one of those things that happened, and yeah, that's where we are.
Well, okay, I'm under a different impression than you, and I don't even care to say it, honestly, because, you know, in the internet landscape, there has been people that have told you they're going to come to your house. This was maybe a week or two ago, and I haven't said this on YouTube yet, so that's why we're saying it here. There were people that live streamed themselves driving by your house, and there was a person who showed guns on their stream while talking about you in response to you. Now, you were responding to a person threatening to come to your house and stated, you know, something to the effect that you would defend yourself, you know, you weren't worried about it. And then I thought a lot of people thought it was pretty weird that they took you saying that and acted like you were threatening them and they had to show their guns. And though, that's my perception.
I guess you could take it as it's more or less a promise that, you know, if somebody that I don't know rolls up to my house, unannounced, anything like that, definitely I'm going to probably do things and ask questions later, especially now
anybody would
with what happened the other night. But like I said, I don't think anybody involved with what's going on in the court case or the non sequitur show would have the balls to ever do something like this. If I had to bet, you know, if I had to put my money on it, it's probably just some drunk people driving down the road shooting off a gun. I mean, right now there's just no evidence either way. Yeah. So it would just be speculative for me to say one way or the other.
Exactly, and that's exactly my point too. I'm speculative onto the other side that you are. I respect your position and I can see it, but I find that the you know, to have like so many weird things happen up to that point, and then have that happen, it increases what I've been saying on Scope is that it increases the percentage for me. Like I could start at 10% and say, well, someone did threaten to come to your house on Twitter, and then live stream talking about it a week later. So I'd say 20% for each of those. So we'd be up to 40. And then some of the other threats and things. Now, I'm not saying that it's any of the key members. I think what it is that your opposition likes to behave in a way, as you've seen, that is inciting certain types of like things that are against TOS and things that are against you know, like fairness and stuff. So that's just where I'm at. I'm happy you're good though. I'm happy you're okay. I don't think they were going to necessarily try to kill you. I just think that let's just pretend that it was related to internet drama. They could have hurt most likely somebody else before they hurt you, if it was. And I find it just, you know, an escalation. I think it's a gradual, like, logical escalation of what we've seen online from starting out, them like talking about it, then threatening, and then like challenging you, and then moving up to trying to scare you. But then again, I do accept that it most likely could be the opposite. So anyway.
Well, if their goal was to scare me or intimidate me in any way, it's had the opposite effect. I mean, I am not going to be, I was bullied once off of defending myself. I won't make that mistake again. You can drive by shooting off your guns every single night of the week. I'm still going to be here running my mouth about what dishonest fucks every one of those people are on that side. And it will not deter me. I will not be going anywhere. This did nothing but embolden my drive to make sure that this case is brought to a fair playing field, and that the lies that were put out for so long don't have that opportunity anymore. So fuck them. If it was them, fuck them. They didn't do anything to scare me.
Yep. Well, I get you, bro, and I know I can definitely feel for your opinion there, and I don't think you should be. That's the whole issue, is that there's been many actions made by the people that are against your case to intimidate you, and I think it's just I've tracked it though. I've given my opinion on it though, so I'm not going to get into it tonight. But if it was that was the case, you know, it's pretty fucking stupid. You know, people can get killed, you popping guns off in the middle of the night in populated suburban areas, and it's kind of fucked. They have your address also. You know, it's not like people are just blindly stating that they believe that, you know, it is related to internet drama. There's just too many things there for it not to be for some people, you know.
Well, they're, you know, we're not dealing with the brightest crayons in the box over there. So yeah. I wouldn't put it past anybody. But, you know, it's one of those things. I let people know what was happening, and I let my attorney know just in case. For whatever reason, you know, it does wind up being related. Everybody knows, but I cannot say one way or the other whether it was or wasn't. Like I said, it could have. There's an equal possibility that it was just a random event that happened with people who were either drunk or just being stupid, shooting a gun, coming off the road. It's just one of those things where right now we have no way of knowing. So,
but the cops did find like 6 shell casings. You had said that
found
part
2.
was true. 2 shell casings. 2. Okay. Mm-hmm. Tire marks, shell casings, anything else, or?
That was it. But it wasn't like it was processed like you would see in CSI. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, because
for sure
there was no injuries and that's my point. Like, if they were targeting myself or my house or whatever, they missed by a wide margin. So they're sharpshooters. They are not. But they came out, they saw what was going on. Again, there wasn't much they could do because nobody saw the car or anything like that.
Well, what'd your neighbors think? What did your neighbor think about it? What are they saying? I mean, you don't have to tell us, but I'm just curious.
He was just concerned. He's got 2 kids, 2 younger kids there. So of course he was concerned about that. We've both installed cameras on the outsides of our place now to catch anything that happens going by. So if somebody would like to make a return trip, make sure you smile when you go by, because you will definitely be on camera. So yeah, just taking those kind of precautions. That's about all that you can do. The police presence was kind of stepped up for the next 2 days. They had more frequent drive-throughs and
patrols
to make sure
and shit.
That, especially at night. So nothing else since then has happened, and it's been relatively quiet. So it could have been just a one-off thing. Who knows?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We've got a couple videos that I found by searching in the algorithm, and when I talked to people, they all agreed with me that they thought that, they were the closest thing to actual criticism that they've seen out there towards Katie that wasn't filled with insults and hate and garbage. So I had this weird idea. So hold on, before we do that, let me just let's see. I've got to share my screen, but I've got to call you on Discord. So let me do that first. So here we go. You're gonna have to answer my Discord call. Here we come. And what I'm gonna try to do here is play some criticism videos of Katie. Okay, here we go. Hello. Okay, now let me try to share my screen to you so that you can actually see what's going on. And then, well, fuck, that's not going to work because I've got to actually share. Well, here's the problem. I'm not going to be able to show your camera while we react, but I'll be able to show a picture of you while we react, at least. Okay. And then when we're done with that, I can, go back to showing your camera, I think. Or actually, I need to turn that off. There should be a way for me to see your camera, but I just don't know how to fucking do it. I'm just getting used to Discord again. No trouble. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull up these, a couple videos of Katie, because me and you, a couple people may not know this, but we are actually friends with Katie. We actually, I consider myself a friend of Katie. And that's what you consider yourself also, right? You consider yourself a friend of Katie type thing? Most definitely. Okay. And I figured you'd say that. I just wanted to, ask to be sure. So here's the deal. I'm going to play these videos, and I have to share the screen of the video with you. So we'll start right here. Why I stopped watching without a crystal ball. We're just going to skip through it. But before we do this, I want to actually talk about the entire subject, because me and you have only been talking about all this other garbage that's going on. We haven't really had a chance to talk about anything else. So, you know that Katie, she's up to 120,000 subs the last time I looked. And she gets a lot of people that make videos to complain about her. I would use the word criticism, Kyle, but I've yet to find an actual video that somebody wasn't, one, trolling, or two, just complaining. So have you? What have you seen? What do you think about all this stuff going on? And then we'll try to actually watch one or two of them.
To be honest with you, I watched these. I skipped through these tonight when you sent them over to me. Other than that, I don't really pay attention to any of the Katie haters or anything like that. I have, as you can imagine, I've got a lot on my drama plate as it is. So for the time being, I don't seek out any additional. But these two videos I thought were very, very, very interesting. Is that a good word? Interesting?
I think so. I haven't watched a lot. I've only skipped through. So the reason why we chose these videos is they were in the top of the search when I searched through them, along with a couple others. And when I clicked on a couple of the other videos in the search, I noticed that very quickly one of the dudes was just lying through his teeth about all this shit that happened. So I didn't select his video. And then one other of the videos was so out in left field that I wouldn't even play it on my channel for any reason. So the reason I chose these two individuals is because I think it's the closest thing to just somebody making a criticism that I can find that's actually backed up by some ability to fact check it. You're right, because let me use an example. Another one of the videos that I saw, a guy was trying to say him and Katie got into an issue, and he started to describe what happened, but he was very quick to leave out everything that he had done and just basically tried to frame everything as if he was attacked and he was bullied by her, and no evidence, didn't really show anything, just a lot of his words. But to that kind of charge, I would need evidence or I wouldn't be able to, back him to listen to him. These videos are more of the stuff where it's opinion-based, and therefore I could see it as criticism if it makes sense. So I'm going to play it. Tell me if you can hear it real quick. Here we go. Could you hear that okay? All right. So, go ahead.
You know what? Just off the top, what annoys me to no end is having to watch people get ready or do makeup while they're talking about this drama.
Yeah, well, I'll say this, and I know it does, but I could see how you would. I mean, she is in the makeup community, though. I see your point. But let's start off. This is why I stopped watching Without a Crystal Ball by It's Brit Glow. Now, before we get started, several weird things I noticed. The like-dislike ratio has been disabled, and I found that extremely interesting. And before you respond, let me just give you the other thing. All of these comments that I went through, and I'm going to phrase it that way because we'll look through some of them in a minute, but all the comments that I went through were comments that were basically just shitting on Katie. Now, here's the issue. If you have to turn off your like-dislike ratio, that typically means people have downvoted and left a comment to let you know why. And I could only assume that if your video is telling people why you don't like Katie, that the people that would be leaving comments under the dislike ratio would be defending Katie or criticizing this person. And it's so crazy because every one of these comments has been curated. What I mean is, obviously, a large number of comments were probably deleted, and I'll show you why I believe that in a minute, and we'll get there. But before we start, what do you think there?
Well, let me just say this. As a former YouTuber myself, let me give some advice to creators. If you have to disable the like or dislike, that means that you don't have a favorable rating, meaning that the dislikes outweigh the likes. Yeah. People aren't that stupid to not know that that's the case. So you're better off just leaving the likes and dislike ratio visible so that people don't know you're trying to hide it. No one thinks that because you've disabled the likes or dislikes that this video is well liked. No one thinks that. Stop doing it because you're just drawing attention to yourself.
And I don't know why. I mean, she's probably got the entire Katie hate mob out there liking it. So she's got to have a bunch of likes. And maybe she does have a lot of dislikes. But at least, She'd have at least comparable likes, I would think. Anyway, we are going
I have
to...
a video, I have a video towards the end of the Not Separate show that has 3,000 downvotes to like 750 some likes.
Damn.
Own it. Fucking own it.
Well, look, here's what's up. I'm going to be as fair as humanly possible, but I want you to react however you want. You can act however you want. I'm going to react as fair as humanly possible to what she says, though. And you tend to be more, outspoken. So let's go. Let's start hearing it, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
At least as of right now. Okay, and I'm going to use this little pigment today. This is the
I was trying to skip past the makeup stuff, but here we go.
Mica and Pixie dust. Tons of Mica and James Stauffer situation.
Here we go.
So
she starts off by talking about the Mica and James Stauffer situation, and then she says this.
That is where I initially discovered her content. She was making tons of videos about Mica and really talking about stuff that nobody else was bringing up. So
okay, well, I think that's why Katie is successful on YouTube. She does, if you're in it for the money, only clicks matter, says Gabriel. I have forgotten to read all these members. Let me just get them. Okay, so here we go. We got some new members. Thank you, guys. We've got, for Kyle's Witness Protection Program, hair products are expensive. Thanks, Monkey. For people in her clan to buy a sense of humor. Okay, gotcha. We got Leroy with the unicorn. I will be adding I swear to God, I'm going to add the busy corn emoji soon, where Busy's dressed in an ear of corn, the unicorn emoji. And then I just got Gabriel's. We're caught up. Now, here we go.
So I thought that she was consistent, and y'all know I've said in other videos, I like consistency. I like when people, even if someone's consistent is once a week, that's okay, as long as it's consistently once a week. But with her, she was actually uploading quite a bit on her channel. I noticed that she would do a lot of live streams and, so whatever. I was like, maybe live streams are her thing. Some YouTubers really like to go on live and some never go on live. And that's
I mean,
the creator and what they want to do.
Some YouTubers really do like to go online. I mean, like what if they like being seen with like videos and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just used to once a week, but this whole like going live a couple times a day, what is that? I mean, YouTubers want to be seen. Oh my God.
I was about to say something about that too. It's like, though, it's weird. It's just weird to me. What's the big deal about her doing a lot of content and putting out a lot of stuff, making it a full-time thing? I don't understand that one, dude. Like, let's let her keep talking. Maybe she'll explain.
Do we have to?
I would love to get to the point where I can go on live. I have to wait till I have 1,000 subscribers. But
you have to wait till you don't have to wait till you got 1,000 subs to go live. You have to wait until you have 1,000 subs to have a super chat button. But okay.
I'm really excited for that day to come because I would love to just be able to interact with you guys and talk in.
Okay, I'm gonna skip a little bit. We want to hear her criticisms. We're gonna try to find them. Here we go.
I think she called. I can't remember, but she would discuss a lot of stuff with that family, but she never really covered YouTube drama, at least based on the few videos that I went back and looked at.
Okay.
It seemed like a lot of people discovered her because of the Mica and James situation. So obviously,
what?
I don't get it. I don't know what's up here either.
What is
what's
she?
Up?
Okay, so far her criticisms have been, I don't like her upload schedule, and she talks about this topic more than that topic.
Yeah, it's kind of weird at this point. Let's let her keep going. Maybe she's gonna get there.
Once she saw the success,
you can't go live on mobile until you have 1,000 subs. Oh, okay.
She continued making tons of videos about it. And I can't really fault her for making videos about Mica and James because I do think that was a situation that deserved to be talked about. And
what?
I wish that more creators would have...
Okay, this is what I don't like. it's like the reason why Katie has done successful is because she has this ability to find stuff that people find interesting and then make videos on it, like any other YouTuber that blows up. PewDiePie, I would have never thought the dude would get shit tons of views on what he did, but he ended up having 110 million people that love it, right? So that's the point. When channels are growing, the ones that have that thing are the ones that pop off, and Katie popped off. I don't know how that's bad, but
it sounds like she's just saying that she doesn't agree fully with Katie's schedule or necessarily the content that she puts out. Not that Katie said anything wrong, or she got this story wrong, or she messed up on this. It's just her opinion on why she stopped watching Without a Crystal Ball. And who cares? Who cares?
You're going to be saying that a lot throughout this, dude. I swear. Let's skip ahead because she gets to more specific things as she goes.
Have shed light on that because, man, that's just like the craziest situation.
Oh, there's Canis. Uni and Kyle, I often refer to people like this dolt as YouTube gatekeepers. I can see that. I can kind of get that.
I don't know if she would necessarily know how to keep a gate.
I discovered her, and I also discovered Josh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to skip ahead because I'm gonna do my best to make it as fair UC as I can. So
feel okay recommending their content. When I recommended Katie,
okay, she's gonna get into why she recommended Katie and why she's changing her mind. So let's hear it.
I'll go watch his content. I've watched enough of him to be able to say that I can comfortably recommend his channel. When I recommended Katie's channel, I had not looked into her enough, and I had not.
Oh, good. So she's looked into Katie, and she's legit gonna give us the biggest, best criticisms against Katie. So maybe people like us, people that are friends with Katie on a kind of like outside YouTube perspective, we'll understand it now, and maybe we can actually talk to Katie about it. All right.
I had a friend that I recommended went out with Bill Cosby, and I didn't really look into Bill Cosby that much, so...
done the discovery that maybe I should have before I made the recommendation to you guys.
Well, good, because the next logical thing to do is tell us what you found. Good.
So,
all right.
That will never happen again because anytime I am recommending someone, I have either, done a little bit of research or been watching them for a long enough period of time. Oh, fuck me.
Can we please get told something? I need to be told something. I haven't been told anything
My brain is literally saying, what the fuck are you watching right now? Like
Mine
what is
too.
she saying?
I can't track it. Hopefully she'll get there. Let's let her keep. This is 5 minutes in. Let's see. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's see if she gets there. I'm not trying to be mean to her. We'll see what she's got.
Okay, recommending their content. When I recommended Katie, I had only been watching her content for a week or two. At the time, it had not been very long at all.
Oh my God.
So yeah, basically, she didn't really.
You know what might help?
What?
If we watched her at like double speed.
Yeah, let's go 1.5. Let's go to 1.5. That might help. You're right. I should have thought of that. Okay.
Stuff is what I noticed. And
oh my God, so much better. Here we go.
Then she started covering the whole Shane Dawson thing. And
wait. Now hold the front fucking door. Wait. You just told us that you went and looked at something and it made you change your mind, but we haven't heard what it is yet. We haven't heard that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about here? Like, it seems like I've been so much has been left out. I used to like her. I stopped liking her. And now I'm going to talk about her covering Shane Dawson. What about the things you saw that made you stop liking her? Because I'd love to know. I'm not even playing. Like, I want to know.
Well,
do you want to know?
If we ever got rid of, if the Army ever really got rid of water torture, they say they have, but I don't think they have. This would be an appropriate torture
replacement
to replace it with.
Leroy said that she's saying blah, 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 blah. I kind of agree, but I don't want to be mean because I know that if I say anything that's even slightly mean, I'm going to be a bully. I'm going to be
I'll tell you where the bomb's at. I'll tell you where the bomb's at. Just make her get to the
Just stop.
point.
Just
Make her
stop.
Get to the fucking point.
All right, here, let's see if we get to the point here.
And when she had pinned her Twitter or discussed her Twitter in a video, and I will not be using any of her content in my video, and I'll...
Why not? That's what you should be doing, because hold on a minute. Wouldn't we be judging Katie based on what Katie does, not what other people say Katie does? This is my problem. If you try to go out there and see something Katie has done so that you can make up your mind on all the hate that's there, we don't get anybody really giving us anything, and that's why I think a lot of people won't jump on this bandwagon that these guys are on. So, fucking A, dude, go grab whatever the hell she did wrong and put it on the screen. It would just help immensely.
In a few minutes. But, I saw this...
Okay, guys, please. I can't read super chats that are rude to her, but I do appreciate you for the support, but I'm going to keep going.
Twitter thread that she had started showing a lot of Shane Dawson's really... all the problematic stuff that most of you have seen by this point.
Okay, I've seen her Twitter thread about Shane Dawson. Let me describe it to people just in case she doesn't. She grabbed the stuff Shane did that anyone would say, oh my God, what the fuck, dude? Why is an adult talking like that about underage people? So, okay, let's...
She had a whole thread, and that's why I had mentioned it in my video, because it was kind of like one place that people could go if they didn't know about all of this stuff, and they can just sort of look at it in one place, if that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So basically,
No, it doesn't.
Well, no, she's saying that Shane Dawson had all that. Katie had this thread that lists all these messed up things that Shane had said towards underage kids when he was a smaller channel, and Katie put it into one like easy to find, kind of easy to follow thread. It was a pretty damn good thread, I'll say.
I know, but is she saying that that was a bad thing?
I don't know. I think she's about to tell us why she brought it up right here.
And then I started, you know, seeing, because I was watching her content, I would see other videos pop up here and there. You know, the algorithms on YouTube are very weird sometimes.
Yeah, I don't even know why she fucking just brought up the Shane Dawson thing now. I'm losing my mind already.
This is excruciating. Like, this is literally excruciating.
Okay, so, okay. First off, she recommended Katie. Then she didn't. Then something, Shane Dawson Twitter thread, and now she's saying this. Okay, I'm trying to track it. Here we go.
But they would, not they, but, you know, it would be recommended to me to watch other videos of people talking about her. And I'm like, what could this be about?
Jesus Christ, she really did skip the Shane Dawson thread. She didn't tell us one single reason for bringing it up. My goodness, dude. So, you know, I hate to say it, but let's wait before I make a judgment here. Let's keep going.
And so I watched some of these videos of people saying that she is, you know, unable to handle criticism and all of this kind of stuff. And initially I just kind of tuned it out because I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, everyone has their opinion, and that's fine. I'm not going to...
Same thing I'm doing with you right now. I'm trying my hardest.
Just like...
I would rather listen to a Nickelback album than hear her drivel.
Well,
I mean, it's just like, what is she talking about?
I get why you're calling it drivel. It's not an insult. Honestly, like, she hasn't really said anything yet. I wanted to skip ahead. I was going to say, get me to your criticism, let's hear it, and then I'll skip to the next one. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a big build-up. Let's just try. Let's try.
Not watch someone because...
Because listen, this is about another person. This is about Katie. This is about, like, a human freaking being on YouTube. So, if you're going to try to tell us that she's bad, which I think you've said several times, I would like to know why. I mean, I don't want to just be told she's bad. I'm not the type of person that's going to just follow you on it. You're going to have to explain it. So hopefully she will. Here it comes.
One person on the internet has made a 20-minute video about them. So time will go on.
What?
And I would notice in her live streams...
So now she's just saying she watched a few hate videos. She's not going to tell us what it means. She's not going to tell us what it means or anything. Okay, well, what's next?
She would, a lot of
more
times,
pain.
Her comments would be for her members only.
Okay, so in her live streams, you can't make your comments for she's saying she turned on member only mode in her live chat. What? Oh, I have that turned on right now too. Oh, I'd love to hear what she has to say about this, because you're gonna have to criticize PewDiePie, Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, every Twitch streamer with over 10,000 followers. Yeah, let's hear it.
And that's kind of where my ears first perked up, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, not every single YouTuber that I follow does a lot of live streams, but the ones that I do, have experience with, there's not many of them that are doing live streams and consistently only allowing members only.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know who you're watching, because most of the YouTubers that I watch that are smaller, that if they turned on member only mode, it would run really slow and they wouldn't have a lot of people commenting, don't turn on member only mode. But almost every single YouTuber, once they hit that point in their audience where there's enough members that their chat rolls while they have member only mode on, does turn it on, because your chat turns into an inconceivable mess when it's not. And yet you still have a comment section for any criticism somebody would want to leave. So they're not locked out of giving criticism. So I don't know what...
She's not even saying why it's a bad thing. She's just saying,
yeah, maybe she will.
That this channel does this. Just like with every criticism that she has done up until this point. There hasn't been any criticism. She's literally just stating things that she notices. Okay, let me give you an example. I'm going to do why I stopped watching It's Brit Glow. All right? Okay, so this I noticed this YouTuber, It's Brit Glow. Uni actually, he recommended it to me, and I saw that she does a channel about, makeup, and she likes to hold mirrors in front and do the makeup. And, I just couldn't understand why she talks about things without having any, kind of real opinion, just stating facts and things as they really are. But this is ultimately why I stopped watching It's Brit Glow, because she does streams from her bathroom, and she's got a white wall and stickers on the back of her mirror, and that's just to me, I'm like,
was a phone.
Okay,
I didn't know that was a mirror this whole time. Did you watch this whole thing earlier when I sent it to you, or did you just watch part of it? Did you watch the whole thing?
On this one? Now, see, the next one is actually more substantive. This one, God. I got about 3 minutes in, and I went, nope, I am not doing this to myself. Because if I had to sit through this twice in one night, I would be a complete lunatic.
Okay, let me skip through it. We'll try to actually seek out, things, like actual things. But I want to hear what she says about member only mode. Okay, here we go.
That's just not a normal thing that I've seen.
What? Yes, it is. It's normal for bigger YouTubers. It's not normal for smaller ones, but okay.
This is quite interesting that she would be so pressed to only see comments from her members.
Oh, that's just interesting. It's like, it's almost crazy to not try to reward the people that pay you to make videos. That just sounds insane to me.
And then I remembered how that other video that I watched said that she can't take criticism. So now I'm starting to put two and two together, and I'm like,
you don't? Okay, I got news for you. This is the first thing she said, Kyle. This is the first thing that's come out of her mouth that actually might make a tidbit of sense. So let's talk about it. Let's brainstorm this. So she's saying that by turning on member-only mode, it locks criticism out of her live stream. But in order for that to be true, she must be reading from her live chat, and that must be a function of the live stream so that could happen. Now, I don't know. Go ahead.
Do you know who the only people that complain about people having members only chat is? The people who don't have it. Yeah. The thing about it is she doesn't have that option. So it's easier for her to say, oh, well, you're trying to block out criticism. But that's not the case. The case is, or the fact is, you have a group of people that pay to join your channel. And along with that comes certain perks. One of those perks is to have a members only chat, where if you are a member, you get to partake in the chat. That's called a reward. And that is called good
business, a good business model.
Good business. And that's the way that you're supposed to do. Look, it's up to the creator on when they want to turn on members only chat and when they don't. And if you don't like it, that's just tough shit. And that applies across the board to anybody who wants to criticize it. I have found that the people who like to criticize it the most are the people who either don't have it themselves or use it as an opportunity to either try to troll or to cause chaos in Discord. And the fact of the matter is, when that's cut off from them, they cry like little babies.
Now, Without a Crystal Ball is in my chat, and she says she doesn't even use it that much. And I agree, because I've been watching her, and I didn't have a wrench in her chat, and I'm not a member. but I typed in her chat a few times in the last 2 weeks. How did I do that if member-only chat was on the whole time? Now, she gave me a wrench like 2 days ago because she finally saw me typing in her chat and whatever. But it's still, it's pretty crazy to me. You know, why in the world, when YouTube tells us to use member-only chat, would we not do it? It's fucking psycho, dude.
Put this in perspective.
I don't know.
Put this in perspective. She's gone on for nearly 10 minutes of absolute nothing. And we're only a third of the way through it. I am devastated right now. I feel like I have a black pit in my soul.
Yeah. Well, let's try, because that was her first real criticism. And even though I vehemently disagree, do you know why it's Brick Glow I disagree? Because the comments section is still open. And unlike some channels, I noticed that I actually can look in Katie's comment section and see criticism there. Like if you look in my comment section, you'll see criticism there. You know what's crazy? It's Brick Glow. If I go to your comment section, I don't see a single shred of criticism. And I checked it yesterday. I checked it. That's really weird to me because it's a little hypocritical, it's Brick Glow, to say that Katie can't take criticism and that's why she turns on member-only mode. But yet, where is your criticism, it's Brick Glow?
Well, I tell you what. I'm going to put the first bit of criticism in her comment section right now.
Okay. And then we'll see if it stays there.
We're gonna track it.
All right.
We're gonna track it.
Oh, Gabriel.
I'm going to say this was excruciating.
Oh, God. We'll see how long it lasts. Gabriel says, I have to say the production with the mirror and all is still better than a boomy library green screen. Members only is like pay-per-view. So what? Yeah, maybe. You still can view, though, without pay-per-view, but I get what you mean. Paper chat. Yeah. I got you.
Can you check and see if my comment is there now, Uni?
Sure. Where are we at here? 912. All right. Let's go to 912.
Actually, we were at 2341, Uni. 2341.
Oh, you're trying to trick me. Were we? Did I just mess up? Okay, sort by newest first. There it is. Kyle Curtis. Bam. All right, Kyle. Newest first. This was 33 seconds ago. Nice. All right, let's see though, because she might say something else about members only. Maybe not.
What have happened that I cannot agree with at all and have pushed me to unsubscribe from her channel.
Oh, she's about to give us the hardcore shit. Let me make sure I didn't miss it. Okay, here's the hardcore shit. Here we go.
You're only seeing the ones that like you and the ones that are building you up.
Oh, God, dude. And that's so funny because I swear to God, we're going to hit her comment section in a minute and we'll see if she's a hypocrite or not.
So that's sort of a real basic rundown of my initial sort of first glance at Without a Crystal Ball. Now, there have been a few specific things that have happened that I...
What now? That's a rundown there?
Cannot agree with at all. And
okay, here's what she can't agree with at all. Maybe I should have started here, but I wanted to kind of like, react to it off the cuff, so I just skipped through. But anyway,
to unsubscribe from her channel.
Okay, here we go. Here's some criticisms.
So first of all, let's talk about the... I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to have to edit it out, but you guys all know what I'm talking about. So
no, we don't.
She's been someone who has been overly vocal about the fact that her son hasn't left the house since March, and everyone needs to be staying at home. Nobody should be going out.
I don't know what she's talking about, Kyle. What the hell did she just censor? Anyone in the chat know? Anyone in the chat know what she just censored?
Wear a mask.
Sounds like she's talking about her kid.
Okay, she might be talking about a kid. Okay.
I really agree with the wearing a mask
Katie's
thing.
kid.
Like, if you are choosing to go out, do the courtesy and do the right thing. Wear a mask. Social distance, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But to berate your audience and just ridicule anyone who is making the decision to go out and not knowing, just because someone goes out, that doesn't mean that they're not wearing a mask. Unless you see it with your own two eyes, you have no idea what people are doing, I don't understand what the hell she's talking about. So Katie, she yelled at somebody for not wearing a mask? Is that what she's trying to tell me? Anybody in the chat want to just anybody in the chat want to translate? What the hell is this?
Katie says she's talking about getting Botox.
Oh, okay.
So you can't sit there and hear from your subscribers or people that come across your live stream and they say, oh, well, I'm going to XYZ. That doesn't mean that they're not wearing a mask. So either way.
What?
That's fine. She's been very vocal about that. However, what I have a problem with is when people want to come down on, you know, people who are going out and complaining about how they haven't left the house in X number of months. And then they pop up on their channel with lip fillers. That to me is not a necessity.
Oh my fucking God. You have got to be goddamn
I can't take
kidding
any
me.
more, Uni.
What
Honestly, I can't
the
take any more.
fuck did I just hear? Now, hold on a minute, lady. So you're saying, so this lady makes up her mind about the YouTubers that she watches based on how, see, she really judges people's lives, doesn't she? Because I don't do that when I watch a YouTuber.
I can't take any more of this. This is literally slow torture. Like
we'll go to the next one. This will be it. But let's just kind of like think about our final little thing here. Yeah, I'm not going to watch any more of this lady, but I don't understand.
I tell you what, can we go towards the end and see if she like wraps it up, like maybe the last 5 minutes, and see if she has any, like, because literally all she has said is Katie makes comments about people who choose to go out. And you know, maybe she's making sure they wear a mask. I don't know the context of
Okay,
that.
I got it.
And then says she gets Botox, and I don't think that's okay. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
she's saying that Katie was overly critical about people going out during COVID, and then Katie went and got, like, you know, cosmetic stuff done to her, is what I think she just said. So basically, what I think we're hearing here is that she thinks Katie was hypocritical by telling people not to go out. And I guess that the point is she sees hypocrisy as a thing that is bad. That's what I think I've gotten so far. Yeah.
Okay, and we don't know the time frames of this. You know, maybe closer toward when this epidemic started. Katie was definitely, you know, maybe Katie was more emphatic that people not go out. I mean, we don't know. I don't know the context of any of this. All I heard is somebody say, Katie said that people need to, you know, when they go out, wear masks if they go out, and then said she got Botox, and I don't think that's right. Okay,
well,
great.
How does she know that she didn't have somebody come to her home and do it? How does she know what she did? Did she do a video where she went to the place and had it done? Because, you know, you can have people come to your home and do those kind of things. You don't have to go out. And right now, almost every single place is offering those types of services. So I don't know if she... Here's my point. And
we don't know if Katie's talking to people who go out like the, you know, like it was before, without any regard to any kind of precautions or anything like that. And Katie went to a sterile facility to get her her Botox done. There's a huge difference between those two things. So I don't follow where she's going.
Well, Katie just hooked us up. She's got a chat for us. And Gabriel, members only chat versus Sea Lion chat police. Exactly, bro. Katie says, for your information, Botox and fillers are done in a clinic by a nurse. There was no one there. It was sterile. The nurse wore a mask. There was no one there but me. I went in and everybody wore masks. This criticism from you, Brick Glow, is supposedly the starting off point of your massive criticism against Katie. It was judgmental. It was overly critical. And in my opinion, why didn't you just reach out to Katie and send her an email? The one thing I know that Katie does more than any other YouTuber, because I tell her all the time to stop doing it, is she responds to too many people. And then she gets these trolls blowing her up. And when she responds to them, they go and take everything she says completely out of context and tries to attack her with it. But before we move on...
She just misses the point in conclusion. Yeah. She just misses the point. Like, Katie was probably, and I don't want to speak for Katie, I'm just, this is just a guess on my part, but Katie was probably railing against people who go out in public without any kind of precautions. They don't care. They act like things were before the pandemic, and that's a lot different than somebody going to a sterile medical facility, getting a procedure done, and then going right back home. And she's trying to equate the two and then call Katie hypocritical, and that's just completely missing the mark on her. She's not even paying attention to those differences there.
Yep. Now, here's the other thing. I don't know what the answer to this is going to be. But we want to check something out, because she thinks that if you restrict your live chat or your comments on your channel, that you are destroying criticism. Now, I have a different opinion. I think if you're going to criticize me, I don't have to let you do it in my live chat, and I don't have to let you do it in my comments, even though I don't even look at my comments, so it's just full. My comment section is a battleground. I'm just warning all of you in case you try to go there. I don't touch it. I don't look at it. Though, you see, Katie built all those followers, and if you want to criticize her, you can criticize her in your chat, you can criticize her in your comments, or you can make a video. She's not doing shit to you by, going out and turning on member-only mode. Now, I will agree that if you fuck with your comments, though, if there's a place that you can lay a little criticism on their channel and they let you do it, like I do on my channels, it would be fucked up. It would be hypocritical if she was curating comments on her channel and not allowing comments that were negative towards her or positive towards Katie there. So let's take a look about that before we move on to the next video. Also, Katie just said it was also after restrictions were lifted. I was going to make that point too, Katie, because restrictions were lifted in many places recently, though other places are getting a little crazier anyway. And after we were done with lockdown, I went there and came home immediately. I interacted with 2 people there. Maybe she wants fillers. Maybe she does. Canis says, Kyle is correct. We literally live in an area of a city where 90% of the population thinks COVID is a fakery. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Now, I'm going to go down here and we're going to turn on top comments. And I just want to take a quick look. Because I'm not going to read these. I'm going to go down them and read. I'm going to tell you whether they are pro Katie or against Katie. Now, remember, she turned off her like-dislike ratio because so many of Katie's fans left a downvote. I cannot see them leaving a downvote without leaving a comment, at least a percentage. So let's see if we can find these comments, and then we'll make up our mind on whether she is curating criticism and deserves the treatment that she is telling people to give Katie. Maybe not. I don't know. So we've got... everybody liked her, and I did not. Day 1. Well, that's bad towards Katie. Who else is here to read the comments? Me. Katie's comment manipulation isn't about not wanting to see the negative comments herself. It's about not wanting other people to see those comments and then expect her to hold herself accountable or worse. Okay, this is positive towards Katie. All right, good. Well, maybe. Hold on. Not subscribed to her channel. Damage control. Deleting comments coming up with her victim storylines. Never mind. This is negative towards Katie.
I'm pretty sure that you see as you scroll down all the ones of the hearted comments.
Yeah.
Every one of them is hearted. That gives you a clear indicator that they're saying something that agrees with her points that she made in this video. And nobody, unless you're going through and deleting comments or curating comments, has that many one after another on a video like this.
You know what's weird, Kyle? Every single video that comes up in the search about Katie does exactly this. They all their comment section looks the same. I ain't playing. Negative towards Katie. Negative towards Katie. Negative towards Katie. Negative towards Katie. Negative towards Katie.
And meanwhile, Uni, if you look at their channels, like the ones that we're looking at tonight, they're a little over 1,000 or less subscribers. Katie's sitting at a hefty 125,000 plus. So let them have their little comment sections like this all curated or anything like that. There's a clear indication as to who is really making a difference here in the community and who...
I've gone through the majority of these, and none of them are defending Katie whatsoever. And
shocking.
It's... So basically, this is impossible. What's her name? Hey, it's Brick Glow. It is impossible for you to have your weird like-dislike ratio thing going on. And it's just impossible not to have a positive comment towards Katie because she has 120-some thousand people that actually watch her. And they would leave a comment. They would let you know. And they would, you know, I think that a lot of people would respond about how long it took you to get to points in your video. So I think we can prove beyond any shadow of a doubt that the criticism you gave Katie about, you know, the whole not taking criticism, I think you can't take criticism. And you know what's really weird? I criticized Katie Joy Paulson for a solid 3 weeks, very heavily. And those videos are still up on my channel if you want to go watch them, because she never even asked me to take them down. Not even asked me to take them down. So the problem is, after me being a person who was a person critical of Katie, who went and talked to her and found out that I was wrong in my assumptions made about her, can tell you that, why don't you try to reach out to Katie? Because I bet 100% she will literally listen to you give a criticism, and she will give you her side, and she will let you know why she's chose to do what she's done. But this was just a bad video. But we've got another one. Kyle, you want to give any final thoughts, or you have anything else on that, or you just want to move on to the next one?
After what we just watched, I'm lucky that I have any thoughts left. Like, I'm lucky to be able to form thoughts.
My thoughts are running out of my mind. I wonder if she has a pass to join to get the closed bottom bot Twitter group now. Probably, my dude, probably. Okay, so this is Eyeshadow Island. Now, here's what I found about Eyeshadow Island.
Eyeshadow what?
Island? Am I saying that wrong? Island?
No, that's just the eyeshadow. Oh.
It's an island made of eyeshadow. Hey, I think it's a cute little play on words. I'm going to be sailing out to Eyeshadow Island. I'm sailing away, baby.
Well, you know, that doesn't make sense because eyeshadow is soluble in water. So good luck with an island made of eyeshadow. It's going to become ocean dye very quickly.
Let's try to give her a chance. You know, and you don't have to. I want you to react how you react. I'm going to try to give her a chance. It's Brick Glow. If you want to talk to me sometime, you're more than welcome to. And I am one of Katie's friends. Oh, gosh, that's crazy, right? Wow. One of Katie's friends is offering to talk to you. Weird, right? I know. I thought we hated criticism. It's crazy, but anyway.
Before you start this, I have another problem, too, with the title of this video.
What?
Without a Crystal Ball is the TMZ of YouTube.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be an insult or anything? Because TMZ is a very, very, very large, often times the not credible source of like Hollywood news. I don't like. What is she saying here by saying that? I guess we'll call
She's
without
taking
a crystal...
a dig. Yeah.
Okay. So Harvey Joe Paulson. Harvey Joe Paulson.
Well, listen. Here's the deal. Katie has always been pretty honest about her content. People act like Katie is not aware that she does rumors sometimes, or that she does interviews that are containing rumors. And the thing is, I went and watched Katie's videos, and I don't see any misconception by Katie on the type of content she does. So, you know, I know that maybe other people are going to say, like, I don't want to have Katie doing what Katie does, but I don't know why that's bad. Again, people obviously like it or they wouldn't watch it. It's pretty weird. Though, we're going to give a chance to Eyeshadow Island because she was also recommended to me when I asked for people to turn in criticisms. But I don't want anybody making fun of her. I mean it. Please do not. And I'm not playing. I won't read any super chats, and I want my mods to remove anything that is making fun of any intrinsic quality she has, okay? And let's take a listen.
We could go about why I don't watch her anymore, and I want to thank you again for all the views and subscribers I got from that, just because it's nice to see that I'm not alone in realizing her hypocrisy.
Okay, so first claim is that she claims Katie has many hypocrisies. That's her first claim. You ready, Kyle? You got that?
I guess so. Bring it on.
Here we go.
So the first thing I want to talk about is her.
First thing I want to talk about, all of their volumes are very low. This is not me, guys. I have not turned down their volumes. This is as loud as it gets, so.
Reaction, not only, I don't even know how to phrase this because it's so horrible, but when Naya Rivera was found, she continuously pronounced her name wrong in a live stream.
Oh, this makes my head this makes my head ache.
Oh, you're fucking. We're getting punked right now, right?
I think no, we're not.
Okay, so her first criticism, and this is so horrible in her words. I don't even know how to phrase this because it's so horrible. She
mispronounced the name.
Her name wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Go back to the other girl, please. Go back to the other girl.
You serious? You want me to go back to the other girl?
No,
Well,
I'm not serious.
Oh, okay, because I was going to. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you, Boots Mama. Yeah. Let me turn the speed up so we can get through it. And look, I don't want any of you guys going and hating on either of these people, because honestly, I think that in the realm of Katie Joy Paulson criticism, literally, it's the most fair criticism I can find on YouTube about Katie. This is the most fair. I'm not even playing.
But if, we're not encouraging that, absolutely. But if it does happen, they wouldn't be able to sum it up as to the criticism that you guys give them anyway. So it really wouldn't matter.
Definitely. But let's take a listen. Here we go. It's going to be a little faster. Here we go.
I don't know how it's respectful to immediately film a video after someone passes away. And
I hate this. I hate this thing that people do where you can't talk about somebody passing away on YouTube. I don't know why you can't. You're going to have to tell me why. I'm going to try my damnedest. Eyeshadow Island. Can I call her EI? I'll call her EI. Eyeshadow Island. EI. ESI.
Uh-oh.
ESI. I'm going to say ESI. Essie. ESI. It's pretty cool. I like it. Cool little nickname. You're going to have to tell me why it's bad, because she's not the only one that does this. When the Cranberry singer died, I did a video that was like, letting everybody, this is on my main channel, I did a video letting people know that the Cranberry singer had died and that I was sad about it because I liked her, and it got a bunch of views. I don't know why that's bad, but let's see if she tells us.
Oddly enough, or ironically enough, watching too many of these type of videos will turn you into a zombie.
Zombie.
like, discuss it. I get that there is a level of separation between like celebrities and the rest of us, but still.
Well, it's a public figure. That's the issue. And when a public figure dies, everybody talks about it. And that's why YouTubers talk about it. Anyway, let's hear it out.
It's kind of like when the Rewired Soul made a video on on Juice WRLD. It's like when he immediately uploaded a video with all these speculations on Juice WRLD when Juice WRLD passed away before anything was disclosed. It's just so tacky and disrespectful. And her Twitter was even like speculating that it was Naya before anything was confirmed.
Oh, no, Gabriel, I don't think your super chat came off wrong at all. I understand what you said, my dude. I promise you. And you know that I love your fucking super chats. You are the super chat master. You just have a gift, but I myself can't read it out loud, I don't think you were putting her down. If I would have read it, people would have said that I was putting her down. So that's the only reason, my dude. And don't ever feel like you can't shoot them in or whatever. You say them how you want to say them. Sometimes, though, I won't be able to read them just because of... There's a lot of really sensitive people out there that are going to be watching my stream. And I have to... If I don't try and alter my behavior to compensate for the sensitive individuals that watch my stream, they're going to hate me. So I'm going to try my best to alter my behavior, Kyle.
You're a better man than I, because if these people can come out with their criticisms, then they should be adult enough to
well, I'm not
handle
talking
the
about
internet.
them, but yeah, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like the others out there. But here, let's see what she's kind of giving us some reasons behind her damn criticism. And this is why I was going to play this video, because she gives reasons. I might not agree with them and I might agree with them, but she gives reasons. So it's actually a criticism video.
A lot of people were doing this, which I can't really fault them for, but for her to like treat this as if it's like gossip and like just cheapens the whole ordeal, it's insanely disgusting.
No, it's not, because you just said that there was a bunch of other people that did the same thing and you weren't going to fault them for it. But Katie doing it is disgusting. I'm sorry to say this, ESI. When you make a criticism like this, it's either going to have to go across the board or there's going to have to be a good distinction between what Katie did and what others did that separates her and makes her for valid criticism. That's just logical. What do you got, Kyle?
I got that after watching these two videos, I would like for whoever it was the other night that shot at my house to please return. I will be standing out front this time. Please either aim for my laptop or myself, whichever one is, you have better access to.
You can't even pronounce her name correctly, which is the least you can do in terms of...
That's just stupid. Oh, we're sorry we don't... I'm so sorry that I'm gonna freaking mispronounce somebody's name. My God, come on.
Respect and decency. And she got pissed off when people were calling her out on it. She, like, went on Twitter to make herself seem like a victim, and it was just disgusting. Again, I don't like when people take a death and immediately make a video on it. It's so gross.
Well, I'm sorry, lady, but you're just going to have to either make a video on everybody that did it or look like a hypocrite yourself. You have to understand the word hypocrisy. Go ahead.
And who cares what you like?
I know.
Like, Who gives, like, you're not, okay, if you're going to point out something that Katie got wrong, fine. You know, that's, we can discuss that. But you're just saying you don't like, who cares what you like?
Remember, this is why Katie's the TMZ of YouTube. Remember, that's the point. That's her point here. This makes her the TMZ of YouTube. So I disagree. I don't think you can even fault TMZ for talking about public figures when they pass away. I don't even think you can do that. Yeah, it's news. Katie says, I referenced CBS LA and referenced the police press conference where they said that she was presumed passed away. Exactly. So if you're literally referencing another source, why are they pinning it on you? That's pretty crazy to me. Though, let's hear her next criticism and we'll see if it's any different.
So, like, Naya's passing is not a story that needs to be on YouTube. Like, it's on every other media platform, and instead, we should be focusing on celebrating her life as her coworkers and many.
Why do you get to decide?
Crazy. Yeah.
Why do you get to decide what platform? Oh, this is ludicrous. These videos are ludicrous. It's the same as sticking a screwdriver in your ear. I mean,
Kyle, ludicrous. It only gets worse, my guy. And I'm sorry you got to. You have to sit through this torture so that Katie and the people that criticize Katie can start to understand why when you fail at criticism, it's called complaining. Or if I wanted to make it even more of a charged quote, this is literally a quote from my channel. This is UNIRock 2020. When you fail at criticism, it's called bitching. I'm sorry to say it, but you're pinning something on Katie, and you should be pinning it on an enormous amount of people, or else you look a little hypocritical. It looks like you're trying to, well, I don't know, Eyeshadow Island. This was done on July 17th of 2020. And I know that you did multiple videos about Katie. Now, you know what I think is equally as messed up as doing a video on a dead person? Is doing a bunch of videos where you try to fashion criticism against somebody because it helps you get views on YouTube. That's something I find very fucked up. And
let me just say this. If Without a Crystal Ball is the TMZ of YouTube, then Eyeshadow Island, you are the Jersey Shore of YouTube.
Well, we're going to wait and see if we get some more. So I think she did 2 videos on Katie. It looks like Without a Crystal Ball is the TMZ of YouTube and ranting about Without a Crystal Ball for 12 minutes straight. We might have to hear that one too. I don't know. We'll see. So let's get back to it. Without a Crystal Ball is the TMZ of YouTube. Oh, is this my stream? I don't know why it's open. Okay, so let's see here. All right, let's see what else she has. Let's look at her second criticism on Katie. Flying Monkey 1 says to cover KJ's payroll taxes for tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Flying Monkey 1. Yes, I'm on Katie's payroll. She donates to me, so that means I'm on her payroll, yes.
Many other people online have been doing. Like, why do we need a breaking news video from you when it's not even something you're relatively...
Because she's a human being, Eyeshadow Island, and if she wants to report a passing of a public figure, then it's not even bad. For fuck's sake, you have to give a reason why it's bad. The only thing you said was we should celebrate their life. I don't know. I'm kind of saying that means you're about positivity. And I don't know how many of your videos are based in negativity, but this is, so far, let's skip ahead. Okay.
The next thing I want to say is that she really...
I just want to point out, she's only been talking for 3 minutes. And it feels like we've been discussing this girl longer than the Non Sequitur Show law case.
Well,
and that's a long time.
Well, let's hear her point number 2. And remember, Eyeshadow Island, if you end up seeing my criticisms of you, I'm being nice. I can't help my co-host Kyle here, but
quit YouTube. Quit YouTube.
That's Kyle's job.
For God's sakes, please quit YouTube.
That's why he's here. So let's hear her second one.
Joy hasn't thought to exploit it. The next thing I want to say is that she really cheapens every single story when half the time they're not even stories. Like,
Okay, I'm going to have a really fucking hard time with this one. She cheapens every story that she does because they're not really stories. Let's go, give me some more, lady, okay?
Hops on live stream for every single, like, happening in the world, whether it's a story or not, whether all the information is there or not. She'll even tweet, like...
What is wrong with that? That's her job. You're literally stating her job and then saying that it makes her bad for doing it, for fuck's sake. So every YouTuber that does this shit's bad, you've got 100,000 bad people then, I guess.
Blah, blah, blah happened. Thoughts? I'll be hopping on a stream later. Like, why? Just discuss it on Twitter if you have so little information.
Okay, this is getting real bad. Oh my God. So now she's saying that Katie should not be free to talk on YouTube about what she wants to talk about because she could just hop on Twitter. I can't even fucking process this one. I can't even process it. Wait, oh, Kyle, are you with me still? I might have lost old Kyle. Oh, you're here. Okay, okay. I thought I lost.
No,
him.
I'm not still with you. I have no idea what she's even talking about anymore. My brain is trying to recreate, you know, noise cancellation like you get with AirPods. Yeah. My brain is literally trying to match the noise that's coming out of her mouth to stop it from entering into my brain. That's how excruciating this is. Excruciating.
Yeah. Okay. Mimi says, I saw minimum 8 YouTube channels that reported on it like 5 minutes after she was missing. She has videos on all those other channels. No, just Katie. She just has it on Katie. It's exactly. That's the only channel that she bothers to say any of her criticisms about, oddly, is Katie. And even this criticism, now here's the weird thing. The second criticism could apply to, I swear to fuck, dude, like 30-some% of YouTube. Like, no, probably like 50, because she said that, well, if you're going to just ask people what they think, why go to YouTube to do it? Just do it on Twitter. That can apply to every YouTuber almost that does any type of current event situation. So it's
her
really
point,
getting
though.
weird.
Like again, this is somebody who has an opinion. I don't like that she goes to YouTube to include her community. She should do it still on Twitter.
It's
okay,
weird.
That's your opinion. Why does anyone else give a fuck? Why does anyone else give a fuck? They don't. No one does.
Well, the problem is she says this makes her the TMZ of YouTube. Let's let her keep going for another minute.
She's wrong.
I know. Oh, yeah. I'm with you.
And she did that with the Rich Lux and Smokey Glow situation. She was like, Rich Lux calls out Smokey Glow. It's like, we can all see his Twitter and his tweets in the aftermath. We don't need a video on it. And I know.
Oh my God, do you realize she just completely devalued Bo Black's entire YouTube channel? Because Bo Black's takes Twitter arguments or Twitter events, and then he makes YouTube videos that are pretty good most of the time that show everybody what everybody said on Twitter. I mean, if you made this criticism towards Bo Black's, he wouldn't have a channel. He'd have to, if he listened to your criticism, he would have to get rid of his entire channel. Drama Alert would be gone. Completely wiped off the face of the channel. Drama Alert's just not there anymore. Let's go.
She's doing the same thing.
I know. That's the thing. You are doing the same thing. Now, remember, she started this off by saying it's a hypocrisy. Remember? That these are hypocrisies. And I find that if she did think hard on her criticisms and instead of pigeonholing them towards Katie, gave a broad stroke to anyone that they hit, she would realize that she is doing that. Yes. Let's find her next point. I'm going to skip between all points now. I'm going to go quick.
I'm so bad.
Thank
constantly
God.
Throwing a lot of drama, like bitter that she was right about all of this last year. Saying she heard the least bit of information or didn't even bother to look into it herself.
Gabriel says, "You see a disaster, the monster sees a soldier."
Situation. I made a whole video about Sanders contacting the police and looked like a clown when she had to later explain what the whole situation was. Why make a video if you don't have the whole situation?
Okay, so now she's saying that we can't initially report something because if we get pieces of a story incorrect, that it makes us look like a clown to go and fix that. Well, lady, you realize that if Katie didn't come back and update the story, then you would say that she is a clown for not updating the story. So you're basically saying you can't report any current happening event. Go ahead, Kyle.
Listen, people make mistakes all the time. The judge of character is somebody when they make a mistake, if they're willing to admit that they made a mistake and then take action to correct that mistake. So, for example, Katie with the Sanders Kennedy thing, she reported on it. The story was wrong. She came forward and did what she needed to do to make that story right. Let's see if you have that same amount of character by coming out and admitting that you deciding to do YouTube was a complete and utter mistake. Let's see if you will admit your mistakes, Eyeshadow Island.
Yes, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and restrict your statement down a little. I would only expect maybe if she will update her thoughts on, maybe if she would update her video on Katie after hearing some of these criticisms, though. I don't know if she'll even watch this. Who ends up knowing? Let's see if let's go give her one more. Let's see if she's got one more before we figure out what we're going to do.
She hasn't had one.
Yeah, I know.
This eyelash is coming off in the inner corner, so I was distracted. But another thing is, like, I especially think the Sanders thing is equivalent to something TMZ would do because they're constantly breaking stories.
Oh my God, I swear to fuck, lady, if you blame the Sanders Kennedy thing on Katie, then I'm gonna freaking just, you know, I'm gonna end it after. She's got this chance. If she can get this criticism correct, then I'll keep listening and give her a chance. So what did Katie do wrong with the Sanders Kennedy story? In my opinion, I don't think she did anything wrong. She took what another YouTuber claimed to report and basically reported the information, and she sourced Sanders, if I recall. Okay, most YouTubers don't even do that. Most YouTubers will take a video that Sanders did, and when they see Sanders popping off talking about it, they'll immediately go and do a video and give the same info and go find what else they found, and they won't even credit the original source. Now, yeah, I know that the Sanders Kennedy ended up lying. He ended up clickbaiting, and he got busted for it. And Katie immediately went in and corrected it. And so I don't see the issue there, but maybe there is one. Maybe she's going to hook us up. Let's see what she has here.
First, yes, they are sometimes right, but they're extremely insensitive with how they do it, and they have no problem reporting about death even with any regard to the family or the victim.
What?
And
her problem is all about, she doesn't like people reporting on death or bad stories. Like, this is nothing but a personal preference argument. She's complaining. And, you know, like reading the name of her channel, Eyeshadow Island, it makes me yearn and long that I was on an island myself so that I would not be within Wi-Fi distance to be subjected to this shit.
And I will take what Kyle said and I'll say, it's sounding pretty bad at this point, but I didn't even process what she just said. Let me hear it one more time.
First, yes, they are sometimes right, but TMZ would do because they're constantly breaking stories first. Yes, they are sometimes right, but they're extremely insensitive with how they do it, and they have no problem reporting about death even with any regard to the family or the victim. And
that's a personal preference. If you do not like the fact that somebody reports a public figure's death, don't click the damn video, lady. Don't click the video.
Anything on in such like a personal
We're not even halfway through this monstrosity yet.
We're not going to we're going to jump out here in just a second.
You just film a video, do your research, film a video, upload it, and go. You don't need to like talk to other creators, create drama with other creators.
What are you talking about? Listen.
You're doing?
Exactly. You lady, creating drama with other creators is simply Katie giving her fucking opinion about other creators. That's what happens when Katie creates drama with other creators. At least that's admitted by the other creators, at least. I mean, it's not like they say that Katie attacks them. It's not like Katie does something. What does Katie do that's wrong in the way she talks about other creators? Because I'm sorry to say it, you are talking about another creator right now. Your criticism is a hypocrisy, my friend. I don't want to be mean. I'm just going to say it as nice as I can. This is a hypocrisy. Where's my twisted baguette? Out for panties, says Gabriel.
If this doesn't warrant being mean, I don't know what does one have to suffer through in order to be mean?
Oh my God, I know it does warrant it, but the point is, I think that let me hear it one more time, and then we'll get. Let me just like 5 more seconds, and then we'll give our final thing on this video.
Exchange information with other creators. Report the video in your own way and a way with integrity, and move on.
Okay, you don't have integrity, my friend. You've just exercised the fact that you do not. Eyeshadow Island. So, Kyle, okay,
Katie is doing what she just said. She said, report on the video in your own way with integrity. Okay, Katie is reporting on it in her own way. You just happen to not like the way that she's doing it. And I have a summation for you. Who gives a fuck what you think about the way Katie reports on stories? It's not up to you to decide how Katie. What you're doing, Eyeshadow Island, is you're doing what's called punching up. Yep. You are putting in the title of your video a YouTuber in your community that is where you want to be, essentially. This is a good this is projection almost. You want to be where Without a Crystal Ball is, so you're inserting yourself. You're doing the thing that you're criticizing. Because in this video, I picked out a piece, I can't remember the timestamp, where she says, I don't understand somebody inserting themselves in a situation that doesn't involve them, which is exactly what you're doing. You're putting yourself in a situation that doesn't involve you chasing clout. You're trying to get views off of a name, and that's evident as the fact that you don't have any real criticism. You're not saying anything that she says that she got wrong. You're not saying that she, you know, she bullied this person, she did that. You're saying, well, she talks about people who died, and I don't like that. I think that's negative.
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
Who cares?
Thank you. Thank you, Kyle, because my summation is much like yours. The videos, every single video, and I will even say a certain other creator that came into my Periscope chat acting like a baby, even. Those creators, every video I see is literally them bitching. This is what it is. When you fail at criticism, you're just complaining, and that's what's happened here. I'm sorry, you're admittedly starting this video, and it's basically your preferences are, I don't like Katie. Well, then don't watch her. I hate that thought process. Now, if you've got something fucked up that Katie's done, then okay, I'm ready to hear it. You're going to have to show a clip. You're going to have to literally show her content at that point, show whatever she did wrong so that we can accurately judge it. Don't just tell us about it, because we have to be able to judge what you're talking about, you know, in case you misrepresent it, and then give us where you agree. See, I do videos like this sometimes. I'll make videos where I think, like, I don't know, some guy going around attacking Raw and for something that he never said, and trying to lie that he said something so they can attack Aaron, and I'll give the reasons why that's fucked up. The problem is, in that instance, there is something that's been done wrong and something that should be called out. I haven't yet to hear it yet. We've given an hour to this, Kyle, and I haven't heard a single thing Katie did wrong from either of these people. And yeah, it's crazy to me.
I just hope that at some point there is a makeup remover hurricane that visits Eyeshadow Island.
Oh, goodness. Well, I don't want to be mean to Eyeshadow Island, but I know I don't care if Kyle does. Kyle's his own person. He can, you know, have his own opinion. Now, Eyeshadow did another video. I think.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry,
No.
Kyle. I'm subjecting you to it for views on YouTube.
Dude.
I'm making you suffer. We'll get 5 minutes. I promise. 5 minutes.
I can't. Oh, my God.
I just want to hear a part of it, because this one is ranting about her for 12 minutes straight. So let's hear what she's got real quick. Go ahead. Now, this one, it looks like, hold on. Let's see if she's been, wait. I want to see if Eyeshadow Island's been allowing people to leave comments that don't agree with her. Okay, very well done. Katie acts like she's breaking news. Okay, you've summed up how everyone feels. Yeah, sure, let's see. Katie doesn't care about anything or anybody that she covers. Oh, okay, yeah. Katie is supposed to care about everything she fucking covers. I care about you even though I've never met you, Michael Jackson or Kanye West. Come the fuck on. Like, these guys expect the YouTubers to be perfect human beings. Really weird. I don't see any comments that are critical towards Eyeshadow Island or favorable towards Katie. It's crazy, because it would have to be there. Everyone. Oh, here's some that doesn't have a heart. She exploits people for her own gain. Well, then so does Drama Alert. So does PewDiePie with his Pew News. So does every person that does news then. Okay. Okay, well, even if she has a business, I sense this weird entitlement. Every one of them is negative towards Katie. How does this happen? How does this happen? How come there's not a single Katie viewer that's left a single comment there? Not even one.
I'll tell you how it happens. Because morons are allowed to comment on YouTube videos.
And other people their comments get deleted from these channels. I can't wait to see if we find one single Katie criticism video that allows comments and doesn't cultivate them. But let's hear what her second video about Katie is about. We'll do it quick, I promise.
Okay, as you can tell, I have no makeup on. I am probably not going to wear makeup this weekend because I have a couple days off. I'm just needing Joy, aka the worst person on YouTube. Well,
What? Wait, what now? What the fuck did she just say? Did
I
she
can't.
just say?
I can't.
On Without a Crystal Ball, aka Katie Joy, aka the worst person on YouTube.
The worst person on YouTube. I got to hear this again.
As you can tell by the title is yet another video on Without a Crystal Ball, aka Katie Joy, aka
I would rather watch Caffeine Corner.
Well, subjectively, at least as far as drama channels go. As usual, I have my
The record for concurrent viewers on UNIRock 2, I think it's 1,400. No, actually, we did a stream that had over 3,300. It's on the live clips replay. I have a clip of it. Yeah, we'd have to have like 3,400 people watching to break the record here. Rock-A-Lot, I think, is 650. So Rock-A-Lot's a newer channel, so we'd have to break the record on Rock-A-Lot at 650.
my whiteboard, and there's a few topics I want to bring up. First, I'm going to go kind of more of like the petty route and then go on to more serious topics.
Okay, she said first it's petty, then she's moving to serious, so let's just jump right over to the middle. Now hopefully we'll be in the serious topics.
Why do you have to bring it up? Kind of like a backhanded compliment with her statement. She also, like, was talking about their marriage and how they might get a divorce and stuff, which, like, that's not drama either. She has no right to say that. I mean,
Okay, you're right, Kyle. I can't listen to any of this. She is just punching up. She's trying to say Katie can't talk about a public figure getting a divorce, but she can talk about how Katie's the worst person ever. This makes no sense. I'm sorry. Eyeshadow Island, I'm going to say something nice because I think Kyle isn't. Maybe the next time that you think that you want to do these kind of videos, don't go around hanging out with a bunch of, don't go to any Facebook groups that do nothing but hate on someone because they're going to get in your head. I would actually go treat the person like an actual human being, watch their content, and try to write down actual criticisms. Because if you're going to say that you're not hating and you're not doing anything quote unquote wrong, then, you know, that what you have, it makes you look like a hypocrite. Oh, which was the title of your, which was the point of your last video. Go ahead, Kyle.
Well, Uni's right. I'm not going to be so nice, but it's really going to be just very simple and not very mean. It's just I'm just going to be blunt. Next time you have an idea for a video, don't. Thank you.
Oh my God, bro. Well, I'm going to subject all of us to some crazy torture because we're going to jump to the end of It's Brick Glow and hear her last few criticisms. We got 12 more minutes to fill. We got 12 more minutes.
We can do it with things that are happening on Twitter or something else. If we go back to this.
Okay.
If we have to jump back to her, I will literally jump out of the window that I'm sitting in front of right now.
Okay, we won't do it. But listen, the thing here is, though, I'm not going to offer Eyeshadow Island the opportunity to talk if she wants. I'm not going to do it because I think Eyeshadow Island is just basically punching up. I'm not even saying that to be mean. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Eyeshadow Island. You know, I think, though, that you can see that she only has ever had views in hating Katie, and I think she came in hot with her second video and didn't kind of think about it. Though, with Brick Glow, I don't think Brick Glow can handle criticism, so I'm going to see if Brick Glow would like to come talk to me. And if she does, maybe we can get to the root of whatever the problem is. Maybe she would want to hang out with me, you, and Katie and explain her issue. And I don't know. I don't know if Katie would do it either, but I'm just saying I would at least, you know, try if she wanted to. Though, what's been going on? Thank you, Risa, for joining. What's been going on out there, Kyle? Do you have any... did you see the mess on Twitter? You probably did, right? Robert Batty, the guy we talked to, Mr. Batty. It turns out he's an evil, evil man, isn't he?
Yeah. Do you have it where people can see the serious expression on my face for what I'm about to say?
Well, I can do that. Let me stop sharing my screen and let me put you back on my screen.
I just want to make this very clear.
Just do this. Jump back down to the gaming room. Here we go. Head on down. It'll be a lot easier that way. All right, let me get Kyle in the gaming room. It'll just be easier to talk to him about this. And so it's going to be much easier for me to see him on screen if he comes into the gaming room. All right, now go ahead and turn your camera on, and then I can put you on.
Hello.
Yeah. You're back. Okay, let me do this. I got to click this button. Hey! Okay, let me go here so they can see you. You can see a little better over in this room. No, it's not. Hey, there we go. All right. Yeah, how's it going, Kyle?
Good. So they're trying to make Robert Beatty out to be some creepy old guy that supposedly is preying on women on the internet, right?
Yep. Yep, they are.
They think that Beatty is Steve.
Yeah, and that's the point. I'm going to try. Sorry, I'm not trying to, ignore you. I was going to try to pull up a thread that contained the actual interaction. Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's defend Mr. Beatty here because something really... Well, you know how we should defend Mr. Beatty? We should probably defend Mr. Beatty by actually playing Menace's video and giving him some credit and shout him out. So, let me go do this. All right, I got an entire thread that explains every piece of this story, Kyle.
By the way, before you do that, did you see Menace's latest video about Manya and the Katie and how Manya admitted that Katie and Steve had an agreement?
Yeah, I think I did see that.
And lie about it. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to, if you want to watch any of those, you got to tell me. I'll pull them up. But anyway, here's what Beatty said. Mr. Beatty said this. Well, Cheshire, if you want to get distracted on that issue, you can, I think he said requisite or something. I don't know. Somebody type what he said in the chat for me. My love, and come around to my place and we can set up a little one-on-one and pursue it. Ruhif wouldn't. I suspect you won't either. I said something about flat out lying. You disagree. So this makes Mr. Batty, according to an entire group of trolls on Twitter, the worst person that's ever lived, Kyle. The worst person ever.
What they're doing is they're refusing to talk about the essence of what Beatty is saying, and instead trying to pass it off as him being creepy. This is a tactic in order to diminish the point that Beatty has. Anybody with half a brain sees right through that. They can't address the actual arguments that Beatty is putting forth, so they resort to picking out things within that tweet and trying to spin it as something that it clearly isn't.
I agree, and here's why. And in order to just demonstrate it, I really do think we should look at Menace's video and watch it together. Menace kind of perfectly sums this up. Yep, here we go. Mr. Robert Batty is innocent on Menace 2 Sobriety's channel. Let me go ahead and load this. Now, Kyle, I have to disable your camera just while we watch this, but I'll turn it back on as soon as you're done. And I'm going to figure out a way to fix that so we don't have to do that anymore when we watch videos. But
you would think that they would learn that you shouldn't mess with Robert Beatty, because he will always get your ass in the end. And I don't think that it's very wise judgment on their part to try to spin this, but it's going to be very fun watching what becomes of it.
Well, Finn says a perfect point, that it was the exact same words that he tweeted to Ruhif. It was not sexual at all. Well, exactly. And there's a YouTuber that proved this, and his name, and you should subscribe to him if I can get my mods to share the link, Menace to Sobriety, because Menace has been demonstrating all of the character assassination techniques from that side, but here it is. Let's take a look. And if you just double click me, Kyle, you'll be able to watch it with us. Here we go.
I'm watching.
Earlier today on Twitter, Cheshire Vic shared a tweet from Robert Beatty to her minions deep within her echo chamber. She gave no context or backstory, and her followers immediately took the tweet as an act of sexual harassment. This was intentional on Cheshire's part. Her followers responded rapidly with accusations of sexual misconduct, viewpoints of disgust, and swift character judgments. Can you back it up 2 seconds, Beatty?
Yeah, and I need to yell at Rachel. Rachel, I need one of my pods for my e-cig, please. Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
That would also describe your entire existence online, Chesh.
Yeah.
100% inappropriate, unwarranted, and unwanted.
Well, here's my problem, Kyle, is that Mr. Beatty is not the type of person who has ever had anybody say anything like this to him online. Nobody's ever accused him of anything like this. He's been a respected debunker, in the debunking community, handling very extreme religious extremism, and he's been doing it since back when the internet was not even YouTube, when it was just message boards and shit. Rachel, I just dropped it. I think it's... But
of course it is.
My point is, yeah, you shouldn't do this to the man. It's a stigma that could ruin his life, and they don't care, and if it's true or not.
The thing is, they're not going to be able to do anything to the man because, like I said, anybody with half a brain sees right through this. What they're doing is their cult leader is literally the poster boy for doing things that's inappropriate, unwarranted, and unwanted. So what they're doing now is they're trying to sort of pass that off onto Robert because he said something that that they're able to try to spin and make it say something that he wasn't saying.
Exactly.
This is nothing but a tactic that anybody that has any sort of intelligence will see right through.
Gabriel says, "Hey Kyle, how much would it cost him in super chat donations to get you to style Steve's hair? You've got to style it for him. How much?
There is to style it would be to use clippers and to take the entire thing off. There is no styling whatever that is on top of his head.
Harassment. This was intentional on Cheshire's part.
You're going to have to excuse Menace's microphone. Menace's microphone typically does not sound like this. It's just that he wanted to get this video out and he didn't care and he just uploaded it, so...
Her followers responded rapidly with accusations of sexual misconduct, viewpoints of disgust, and swift character judgments of Mr. Beatty. The usual suspects chimed in with Red's rhetoric calling him a creepy fuck, and
I don't know how Red's ever has a right to call anyone else creepy, but whatever.
OPT lawyer even chimed in suggesting Mr. Beatty has always been a creepy fuck, based solely on his experience as a criminal defense attorney.
I don't know how OPT lawyer calls anybody else creepy, but whatever.
What experience?
But were Mr. Beatty's comments sexual in nature at all?
Yeah, it's pretty messed up, right? Well, okay, the next section is good. This next section is where Menace to Sobriety does what this group failed to do, which is actually see if Beatty did anything inappropriate and prove it. So let's see what Menace proved beyond any shadow of any doubt about Beatty.
Wait, Uni, what does Sweet Heathen say there?
What now? Sweet Heathen.
What does Sweet Heathen? Yeah, the very last comment there, Ashley Scott.
Wait, is he talking about sex or a fist fight? Oh my God. That's Riot Girl though. I don't think that's Sweet. I don't think it says Riot Girl.
Isn't that? I think that's Sweet Heathen. Maybe it's not. Yeah. I don't know.
Guys, I don't know how to say this, but I'll just tag it in the chat. Okay, well, let's see. It just looks like her. It's a different person, but I don't know how he's even talking about a fist fight. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Nothing he said. Look, there's a way. Well, Menace is going to debunk it, and let's let him do that at the end of this stream because Mr. Beatty does not deserve this.
A few days ago, during a conversation with Ruhif, Mr. Beatty offered to set up a one-on-one chat in his Hovind group. He later told Ruhif again that he had an invite out to him to discuss the topic they were on. Mr. Beatty said this discussion could take place at his place and challenged Ruhif to requite my love and show up with your best case.
Sapper Dinosaurs,
Cheshire. Mr. Beatty then gave Ruhif the link to said place. It wasn't Mr. Beatty's house.
You see
well, hold on. Dapper Dinosaur, I thought his name was like Robot Jocks or something. What was that robot?
He says, well, that's gross. Kind of like your attempt to disguise yourself as a
robot?
Megatron robot.
Megatron?
It was Mr. Beatty's Facebook group.
Look at what Red says. Wow, what a creepy fuck he has turned into. Or maybe he was always one. You talking about Steve, Reds? Oh, yeah, I think you are, dude.
Mr. Beatty said to Ruhif, you can come to my place and we can talk. Now I know some of you will argue, Well, how is Chesh supposed to know that Beatty was talking about his Facebook page? Well, it's a well-known fact that Cheshire lurks around the pages of her enemies and even shares screenshots of their posts on her Twitter, as many of us do.
Okay, so here's what Menace deduces, because his mic is kind of chopping up. Menace says that Robert Beatty did not just say exactly this to Cheshire, that Robert Beatty said exactly this to also Ruhif. And it's weird because in the tweet they try to claim is sexual in nature, when he says it to Ruhif, they never claimed it was sexual when it was said to Ruhif. And it's almost word for word, tit for tat. Robert always has used the same language to many people over the time that while he's on the internet. Just take a listen.
She shared screenshots of Mr. Beatty's posts. Therefore, I conclude there's a strong possibility she knew that he had been calling out Steve, and Steve had been towering.
She knew because she was in a conversation with Beatty. She's been arguing with him, so she definitely knew.
She knew Beatty was engaging with Ruhif and wanted to take that conversation to his Facebook group. And she knew that when Mr. Beatty issued that tweet, he most definitely was not suggesting she go to a different country and meet him at his home. She did, however, know that her sycophants would take it as such and run with it.
Definitely.
The only criticism that can come to Mr. Beatty in this instance is that he should have put more thought into his words before tweeting the likes of the Magoonies, as they're notorious for twisting things any way possible. I'd also like to add that I can appreciate that you're also concerned about the potential case for sexual harassment. It was honorable that you all quickly came to Cheshire's aid. So here's some legitimate, disgusting behavior for you to acknowledge.
Well, before we see the next clips, do you want to say anything, Kyle? I think that Menace actually 100% proves there's no way that Beatty was being sexual to Cheshire, and it's kind of just, it's almost conceited, in my opinion, that they would assume that. But what do you think?
Of course he wasn't. They're trying to create a situation to distract from what Beatty's actually saying. I mean, Again, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what's going on here, but it takes a complete moron to follow along with it.
It does. It shows that you are intellectually incapable of doing the most smallest bit of rationalization to frame Beatty as what they say. Gabriel says, when I was 6, I also imagined to have a girlfriend, or in my case, a boyfriend. I feel your pain, Steve. One day you will grow up and have your physical girlfriend. Oh, God, Gabriel. So now you're going to see some actual disgusting acts that are recorded. So if they're willing to just rail Robert Beatty and say that they called him, I counted at least 6 or 7 times on Twitter where they called him a sexual harasser over what I just showed you. Now, let's see if they actually feel that way or not, because their leader said this online. Take a look.
Seeing as sexual harassment is clearly something you have zero tolerance for, those who do it and those who support it should be struck off your list of people whom you associate with.
Well, if they were honest, they would.
To me, I believe it was consensual, but that's my opinion, right? I'm allowed to have that opinion. That doesn't make me a rape apologist. So I happen to believe this guy. I've talked to his best friend. He believes him wholeheartedly. His fans believe him, and he has a huge dedicated fan base. If I'm wrong on that, okay, then I just made a judgment.
Oh, God, I know.
That's your reasoning? I believe him because his best friend told me so, and his fans like him. Get the fuck out of here. Steve McRae is the biggest Muppet on the entire planet. That's his reasoning, really, for believing David Warden, because his best friend said so and his fans like him?
Well, and this is the thing. Steve has always denied saying this, but this is a voice recording of him saying this about Earl David Warden. Earl David Warden is charged with actually doing what they're claiming that Robert Beatty is doing on the internet, but Warden is charged with doing it to his infant daughter. So let's hear what Steve says about a man charged with that.
There's been an error in judgment, and I'll say, okay, I fucked up. Big deal. I'll say, okay, I fucked up. Big deal. I'm not a perfect person, but I at least will give him the benefit of the doubt and believe him because I think that he's an honorable guy. An honorable guy.
He's an honorable guy. Now, this man is being... now, I think this is kind of like this. This is what you would really go after someone, not Mr. Beatty for saying what he said. I would think you would probably criticize someone for this, not just let him off the hook for it. I'm crazy though. I'm dumber than a box of UNIRocks.
Because I think that he's an honorable guy. But anyways,
so let me harass her right now. I want to harass her right now. Okay. Penis.
I'm so offended.
David,
you didn't ask my consent.
Penis.
But you know what? You have my consent for everything.
No,
I'm making this face.
And I didn't give her my consent. So if she watches this video, now I've assaulted her.
Absolutely disgusting. Steve is proven to be over and over again one of the most vile creatures that has been unleashed against YouTube. The fact that he has anybody that supports him or backs him after these two clips where he defends a rapist, calling him an honorable guy, and the reason that he says that he's honorable is because he believes the story according to his best friend and his fans, and then says you have my consent to David Silverman, who is creepily and disgustingly sexually harassing Katie Joy by repeating the same thing that Steve said to sexually harass Katie Joy with the word penis. This is absolutely disgusting behavior. He should be ashamed to show his fucking face anywhere online, let alone try to tell people that he has the epitome of ethics and morals. Get fucked, Steve McRae.
Well, and I understand why you feel that way, Kyle, because Katie is your friend, and she's been character assassinated by Steve's group ever since 2019 June, when she first told people Steve made her uncomfortable. And the same group that thinks that there is nothing inappropriate done by the clips you just saw thinks that Robert Beatty typing this is somehow harassment of the sexual nature. So to me, I think it's easy to prove once you see what I've just shown you that they are just trolling Mr. Beatty. The problem is that normally when they troll people, they're usually trolling people so that they can get their leader off the hook, the leader of their cult off the hook, or they're usually trolling people so that they can punish them for openly criticizing them. This time, they are literally trying to label a pillar of the debunking community who has been complimented by some of the biggest YouTubers in the debunking community, given accolades for years and years and years for his work. And all of it is over that right there. That's enough for them to say that about Beatty. But what we just showed you is not even enough for them to criticize their leader. Very messed up, in my opinion. Canis says, triggered. You know it. You know it. I just can't fathom how they thought anybody would buy into this. It didn't really seem like anybody but their most sycophantic fans bought into this. So
this is the level, Uni. If you look at the window here, the top three are the most loathed things that exist, and then that's where Steve would fall on that line.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull you up. And you're up right now. Let me blow it up. Hold on. Let me blow you up here. Lice. Something. You have to read it out to us. I can only see lice.
So the things that people dislike the most are lice, Congress, death, and then you have Steve McRae here.
Well,
this
Kristen,
is the chart.
Yeah. Gotcha. Kristen says, preach it, Kyle. Noli says, love and light to you too. Well, right back at you, my friend. So really, we're getting towards the end of the 2 hours. I'm going to try to make this under 2 hours. So Kyle, I think that when somebody tries to character assassinate somebody over YouTube drama, that's just a YouTube thing. This is different. Like lately, they've escalated to trying to accuse people of sexual harassment for tweets like this, which are just not sexual by nature at all in any way. There's not even anything there that could be stretched to it. And I think it shows an escalation. So I want to say that, yeah, I'm sorry that I may feel that the drama, the internet drama, caused that person to drive up into your yard. But yeah.
Are you saying that they could be lying?
No, I know they're lying. I'm saying I still think it's related. I think the shooting in your yard was definitely related to the internet drama, though. That's my opinion. Well, I'm not blaming anybody. It's my opinion.
I will say it again. Before I ever have to be subjected to the videos that we watched tonight or become as stupid as one of the people on that side of the fence are, I welcome those people to roll back through, and I will be standing in my front yard with arms wide open.
Well, Kyle, I appreciate you coming on. I know that we said we were going to try to go live every weekend at some point, so I can't wait to start doing that regularly with you.
Sundays, I am open now.
All right, man. Well, we'll make a plan for it because I think people like seeing you react to things. And what I want to do is get some topics outside of this realm and start doing some normal live streams once this is all handled. So, yeah.
Can I say something really quick too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am not sure why. I am just as surprised as everyone else, honestly, about progressive liberal Ethan deciding to leave the internet. Again, I don't know why. However, I think that it's good if he feels that he needs to be away from that he is taking himself away. I just want to say to Ethan that I wish you well. It was a pleasure knowing you. I enjoyed our time together on Sundays. I think we did a lot of very good discussions. I appreciate your candor in the areas that you disagreed with me in reference to the case. And I think that it's very sad, if I'm being completely honest, that the internet has lost you. You are a force for good in a world where there are too many forces for bad, and we lost a good one in that realm of things. But I hope that you are doing what you need to do to get yourself in a better state if that's the case. I am always here for you. You have my number. I will be at the end of a phone call for you any day of the week. I love you, brother, and I wish you nothing but the best in whatever you do from this point forward.
I agree, man. I agree. It really sucks. For those of you that don't know, we haven't talked about this on UNIROCK 2 yet. The YouTuber ProLib that was streaming with Kyle has left the internet, and really nobody has a direct reason. I have gone on Periscope to tell people it is my opinion that he could have been threatened. I have the more, let's say, far-leaning, due to my experience on the internet for the last 5 years, I don't find it coincidental. I don't find these things coincidental. And I'm perfectly fine for those of you that do. I just also hope ProLib is safe. I hope he's happy. He knows that the minute he comes back to the internet for whatever reason, for YouTube or anything, he's got my support, and it sucks. Gabriel says, memes evolve when a boomy Karen meets a sea lion. Very true. And then Gabriel also says, Kyle and Uni, much love and support to you both. Well, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Good to see you, Gabriel. Well, Kyle, appreciate it, man. Maybe we'll jump on Sunday, and we'll try every weekend, like around Sunday, to do a stream where we react to some things, give our opinion on current topics. We just appreciate you coming by, man. It's been awesome.
Always a pleasure, buddy.
All right. Well, I'll hit you up tomorrow so we can talk about that other stuff we wanted to talk about. So I'll talk to you then, man. All right, dude.
I'm going back into witness protection.
All right, bro. See you later. Okay. Well, I haven't talked to you guys here on my channel live in a while, so let's do it. Now, I know there are some people that were pretending to be outraged at the fact that we didn't stream yesterday, but I managed to update the entire subscriber base. I didn't see us lose a single subscriber, even though maybe 10 or 11 people threatened to unsub and then claimed that they did. And I just want to make sure you guys know, when I schedule a stream, especially ones that are dependent on a guest, that time frame is always going to be subject to change. You'll probably find that in the live chat or description if it is going to change. It's going to be late. I always go in and update people so they can know. And these streams, the reason why I can't, YouTube should give us a window. They should let us set like 9 to 11 or something. They don't allow us to do it. So, you know, I just have to play it by ear when I'm dependent on a guest coming on. And of course, this stream was. Now, the reason I didn't stream on Rock a lot last night is because there are a group of people who are restreaming our live streams. I have talked to YouTube. YouTube does say that that is an issue. If they are streaming them while we're live, they should be streaming them after we're live. If somebody jumps in and like wants to like, you know, look at little clips of what we're doing live and then jump out or something, that's acceptable under TOS. But I've confirmed that it's against TOS for people to stream us live, and I'm taking measures to have YouTube handle that. Hopefully it'll be soon. Though, one thing me and Kyle want to be able to do is give our opinions on things that are going on, just like all the other people do out there, without people, though, trying to start this like channel versus channel drama. And I think it says a lot about the side out there that feels like they have to go rushing into people's chats and playing the entire like live stream game where you try to like incite people against each other and start drama and shit like that. It says a lot that that's their goal, in my opinion. And to the people who, well, that's the only thing they can do to get views, obviously. So to the people, though, that we criticized tonight, like when we pulled up Eyelash Island and when we pulled up the other girl, Brit something or other, hopefully you will take our criticisms as the same thing that you offered Katie, because that's what they were. They were our opinions on the videos you made. I tried to be as cool as I could there because I would have loved to be a little more comedic about it, though I didn't want to hurt anyone's fifis. A lot of people's fifis get hurt. It's really weird, right? From that side. You don't really see many people's fifis getting hurt over here. More of the fifi hurting's happening over there. It's really weird, isn't it? Though, if that Brit, I forget her name, Brit Glow or whatever, if she wants to come talk for some reason, even though I think she wouldn't, a reason I don't think she would is because she's curated her comment section so hard. It's while she had the criticism that Katie uses member-only chat, which is strange because, you know, that still allows you to go into Katie's comments and leave comments. And I've seen really critical comments of Katie in her comments section, though. Unless she started doing it recently. Maybe she did. I don't think so. Maybe she did, though. I don't know. The problem I think I have is, like, when I watch those videos that criticize Katie, the reason I wanted to pull some up is because it's a lot of complaining. It's not necessarily that Katie did something that most people would consider unethical, immoral, or wrong, or something. Because really, you got to look at what is immoral or unethical or wrong. If you're doing things that are intentionally not fair to somebody when you're criticizing them, or when you're doing something that's intentionally fucked up to somebody else, that's where that slider goes. Where the criticism should be, right? I see more people just picking on the things Katie does, picking on her looks. It's why I wouldn't watch a certain boys channel that was criticizing Katie. It was just constant insults going through it while trying to act like you're the most, you know, nicest, coolest guy that's ever existed, right? And I don't care if people make that type of content. I just don't think that they should expect people to do anything more than treat it as the comedy that it is. But when it comes to those two YouTubers, I felt that they were trying, even though I determined in the end one was punching up and that the other was just being hypocritical through the whole thing. I think they at least tried to offer criticism. You know, the minute that you guys find a video that is valid, that doesn't sit and try to just be, let's say, if it's comedic, I'm fine. But when it's nasty, if it's not a nasty video and they are trying to make legit criticisms, we might do this again sometime. But I offer you to do the same thing I did. Really, you should be going into any video neutral. And if they don't show evidence of a claim they make, like, here's an example, saying that Katie did this. Well, they should be taking, I know it takes time to go grab the clip, or it takes time to grab what you're talking about, make sure that it stays inside fair use, and make sure that you're commenting in a transformative nature. I know that's hard work because I do it myself, but you owe that to other YouTubers. Because just because you yourself feel like somebody is too mean or too nasty that they don't deserve you putting in the work of actually criticizing them in some accurate fashion, if you do that to somebody but you can't accurately represent why, how does that not make you valid for criticism and thus what you're trying to say somebody else is? Also, when somebody fucks up on YouTube, I don't really consider holding them to some horrible standard unless they won't try to fix it, apologize for it. And the issue with Katie, every single problem I've brought her, because I talk to her a lot, she does her best to fix it. You don't have to believe me. I'm not trying to fucking like say that she's perfect because I don't think she is. But if there was something that Katie did that she wasn't willing to apologize for or fix, I would do a criticism video on her. It was actually a goal of mine for a while, and I've criticized Katie many times on this channel. So for those of you out there that think that this is just some blind defense because we're her friends, that's not true. If you have a real criticism of Katie, we would play it on this show, and I don't even think Katie would get mad. So what I'm trying to say is, on Periscope, me and Katie and Kyle had a discussion, and I uploaded it here. And at the end of the discussion, we talked about how there should be a resolution to the issues that are going on in the community, okay? And if people are so set in their ways, like they think that just giving an opinion is some kind of valid thing to sit and act the way they do on, I'm not down with that, and I'm good for moving on past it. But those of you out there who have a legit issue and you want some type of actual resolution, you're not trolling, you're not, wasting time, and you really feel like you have an issue, I would try to get you to actually reach out or try to make a video that maybe she'll watch, maybe like one of us will watch, so that we can try to get your issue resolved. Because I don't think she's going anywhere. Anywhere but up. I think she's going to keep growing her channel. This mask sucks. Why is my mask sucking? There we go. Let me do this. I'll hold it to my face with my glasses. And I don't know. I don't know how this little community that sits and just hates expects to keep existing forever. I don't think it will. We've seen communities like that come and go a million times over. So especially one that gets really extreme. And even if they're not responsible for some of the more extreme things that have happened in the community, they're definitely just their normal shit that they do on YouTube, lying and Oh, there's a video from Menace to Sobriety. Here, let me go ahead and correct the record there, correct what they said about me. Let me play one more Menace to Sobriety video. I got it right here. Let's go ahead and just take a quick look at this video. Here we go. It's only 3 minutes long. Fuck it. Let's take a look, Menace. What do you got, my dude? Make sure you subscribe right here to Menace to Sobriety. It has to be all one word when you search for it.
Today in
Anzi said he's lying on his live on Periscope on Manya right now, saying she admitted Steve and Katie had an agreement to not speak about each other. That never happened.
Oh, I'm lying, am I? That never happened, and I was lying, am I? Well, see, this is an example of what you guys do. To literally everything that comes out of your mouth, you misrepresent it, because I wasn't lying there. You were, and your little friend corrected you right here.
No, that happened. I said, but I didn't say they had an agreement. I said Katie can't talk about Steve. I never said they had an agreement. I said Katie can't talk about Steve because she can't afford to get involved with the NSS stuff.
She needs to give
right, because when you have pending litigation, you got to keep your mouth shut, period.
Yep, that's why.
I wish she'd run it, because that would be funny.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What did she actually say? Did I lie? Or, did she say what I said that she said? Oh, well, I think Menace handles it right here. And by the way, this is indicative for every word that comes out of their mouth.
Yeah, he can lie about it all he wants.
And UNIRock's trying to insert himself in that court case so bad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to insert myself into it. You know, Steve McRae never came to me and asked me to cover the Non Sequitur show 9, 10, 11, 12 times. I inserted myself into it. You are very honest, aren't you?
He's desperate.
Very much. I'm desperate. Well, let's see if I lied. I can't wait. Can you wait, Busy? I can't wait. Let's see if I lied.
You know what I mean? And going that, you know, not being able to go under 55 miles an hour.
I think so there's another reason why she can't do that. It's because of that mutual understanding that Steve and her have not to talk about each other.
So, no. The mutual understanding that they have, you mean the one that when Steve was supposed to defend himself at an RO hearing and he never showed up because him and Katie, the lawyers, met and put their hand down on a piece of paper and signed that mutual understanding that they have. If you want to look up a mutual understanding in the dictionary, I believe that it will say, or a thesaurus, it'll say agreement. Oh shit, son. See you guys later. I'm out. Kendra at court, I did handle it. I told them not to do it. You have to rewind to find it. Are we off the air, Busy? We're off the air. Okay, we're off the air. Yeah, no. I gave her, her 15 minutes in the sun. She's famous now. No, she's famous now. She got everything she's ever wanted. Oh, yeah, she can actually pretend to feel like a real YouTuber now. No, it's an enema. No, it's a whiskey enema, my guy. It's called a whiskey. You do them all the time. Yeah, vodka, but it's the same thing. You just use whiskey, Busy. You just use whiskey is the only difference. Whatever, I'm done. I'm done, Busy.